everyone, how are you today? I hope you're ready for a new story. Are you? What? I couldn't hear you. Louder, please. Okay, all right, okay, I got you. Well, today I'm going to tell you a story about someone who lives on the moon. Who's that? Let's find out in the story, okay? Once upon a time, there lived three best friends. The rabbit, the fox, and the monkey. The rabbit, fox, and the monkey were very, very close friends. They loved each other dearly. And they shared a common passion. You know what that was? That was kindness. All three friends were very, very kind-hearted. They loved helping everyone in need. And all the animals in the jungle loved them dearly. One day, these friends were playing football. They were kicking the ball from one end to the other and passing the ball from one to the other. And just so it would happen that our monkey was a very good footballer. He could kick the ball really hard and very far. And so he lifted his foot and he gave the ball a nice hard kick. And the ball went flying away and it fell somewhere where they couldn't see it. So all the three animals were confused. How would they go and find the ball? The monkey said, I lost the ball, so I will go and find it. You all wait here for me. I will come back with the ball. So the monkey bounded off to look for the ball. He searched everywhere. He looked around and he looked even on the trees. The ball couldn't have reached, but he still looked there. He looked up at the trees, he looked under the trees, he looked behind the trees, he looked everywhere. But finally he spotted the ball next to the pond. And once again he bounded there next to the pond to grab the ball and run back to his friends. But just as he grabbed the ball, he turned around and he saw an old beggar man sitting. The old beggar man was wearing torn and tattered clothes. He had long white hair which hadn't been combed in days. He had a long white beard and his feet were hurt and bleeding. It looked as though he had been walking bare feet on rocky roads for days. The monkey felt so bad looking at the old man. The old man had his eyes shut and he looked so ill. And he even looked hungry because he had his hands stretched out like this in front of him, as though he was asking someone to help him out with food. So the monkey's kind heart melted. And he thought to himself, I want to help this old man. I should just go and find some food for him. And so once again the monkey bounded and he went in search of the fruit trees. He looked right and left and everywhere until he spotted a banana tree. He quickly climbed up on the banana tree and he plucked a bunch of bananas and came running back to the old beggar man, who was still sitting with his eyes closed with a hopeless look on his face. And the monkey placed those bananas in his hands. The old man opened his eyes and looked at the bananas unbelievably. He couldn't believe that he finally had some food to eat. He looked at the monkey and he said, Thank you so much, monkey. These bananas mean a lot to me. I haven't eaten in days. And thank you so much for your kindness. And then he peeled the bananas as the monkey stood watching him, very happy to have helped the old man. And the old man ate the bananas one by one, hungrily savoring each bite. And once the bananas were over, the old man's stomach was still grumbling. He was still hungry. The monkey couldn't really do anything, now feeling sad that he wasn't able to help him completely. In the meantime, his friends, the fox and the rabbit, came running to find the monkey. And they looked at the monkey standing next to the ball and they were wondering, what's wrong with him? He's got the ball. Why doesn't he come back to us? And And then they went a little closer to ask the monkey. And they spotted the old beggar man as well. They looked at the beggar man and their kind hearts melted. The beggar man looked so hungry and he looked so sad. So the fox, who wanted to help the beggar man, but he was quite lazy, he ran around looking for something that he could do, and he spotted a pond. He ran straight to the pond and he dipped his snout in the water and he caught some fish. He came back with a mouthful of fish and he handed it to the old man. The old man looked at the fish in his hands and he looked at the fox and he said, "Thank you so much, fox. This means a lot. But you see, I can't eat raw fish. Thank you so much for your kindness." The fox was happy that he was able to help, but he just wished he could do some more. In the meantime, the rabbit, who was standing and watching his friends helping the old man, also wanted to do something nice for him. But he looked around himself and he thought, "I can't climb trees, neither can I go and fish in the pond. I wish I could do those things so I could also help the old man. But what shall I do? Shall I pluck some grass and give it to the old man? Oh no, but the humans don't eat grass. He won't eat it. It won't satisfy his hunger. What shall I do? What shall I do? I know what I can do. I know that the humans love eating rabbit meat. I know what I have to do." And with that, the rabbit went straight and he plucked some grass. He came and he lit a fire. His friends were very confused. What was the rabbit going to do? And then he looked at his friends and he said, "Goodbye, friends. This is the end of me. I can't do anything more for the old man than this." And with that, he jumped straight into the fire, much to the amazement of his two friends. They were aghast. They couldn't believe what they just saw, and they ran straight near the fire and they looked inside where their friend was. And they couldn't believe what their friend had just done. And they ran straight back to the old beggar man and they said, "Help him, please. He jumped into the fire to help you, to satisfy your hunger. You need to help us right now." But to their amazement, old man did not even move. Instead, he just smiled. The animals were wondering, why would he smile? To reward us with such unkindness for all that we've done for him. But then, the old man stood up. The animals thought that he was heading to the fire to help out their friend the rabbit. But then they were amazed to see that the old man was completely transformed. He wasn't wearing any old and tattered clothes anymore. Instead, he was dressed in beautiful silk robes and gold ornaments. And he had a beautiful crown on his head where a crop of long grey hair used to be. The animals were aghast. They were looking at him wide-eyed. What had they just seen? Who was he? And then he walked straight to the fire and he put his hand right inside without any fear of burning. And he took out the rabbit. And to everyone's amazement, the rabbit was completely unhurt. He wasn't burnt in the fire. He was absolutely fit and fine. And then the man looked at the rabbit and he said, "I am the moon god, and I came down from the sky looking for somebody who's very kind. And I found you. You agreed to sacrifice yourself by jumping into this fire, not caring about yourself, just to fill an old beggar man's stomach. What can be kinder than that? And for that, I want to reward you. From now on, you will be living with me in the moon up in the sky." and anyone who looks at a full moon will see you in it, and they will remember your kindness for years to come, till the time the earth is there. And with that, the moon god took the rabbit and rose up into the sky. And from then on, the rabbit lived with the moon god in the moon. And so, if you were ever to see the moon very carefully on a full moon night, maybe you would be able to see 2 floppy ears of the rabbit looking right back at you. Well, so now you know who's up there living in the moon? Yes? But the story is also about practicing kindness. Now we can't jump into the fire to help somebody, right? I hope we never have to. But what we can do is help out anyone and everyone who is in need by doing anything that is possible from our side. So, do you promise to do that? Promise? All right. So thank you very much. I had a great time telling you this story, and I hope you will remember the moral. And if you were to spot the rabbit, you must come back and write it in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe it. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.